Your phone isn't just in your hand right now. It's inside your brain, quietly shaping how you think, feel, remember, and even who you believe you are. And if you took it away for just 30 days, the person you'd become might shock you. Imagine waking up tomorrow and reaching for your phone out of habit, but it's not there, and suddenly there's this strange emptiness, like something essential is missing, because for years your brain has been trained to expect dopamine before breakfast, notifications before thoughts, and validation before self-awareness, and the moment that loop breaks, your mind panics before it heals. In the first few days without a smartphone, your brain reacts almost like it's in withdrawal, because scrolling isn't harmless entertainment. It's a reward system hijacker, and without it, your focus feels restless, your fingers itch, your thoughts jump everywhere, and you start realizing how rarely you sit with silence anymore, how uncomfortable boredom has become, and how addicted you actually were without ever calling it that. Then something subtle begins to happen, almost invisible, but powerful. Your attention span stops shattering every few seconds, and for the first time in years, you can read a page without checking a screen, listen to a full conversation without drifting, and finish a thought without interrupting yourself, because the brain, when no longer bombarded by constant stimuli, starts rewiring itself toward depth instead of speed. Around week 1, your memory begins to wake up, because when you stop outsourcing everything to your phone, contacts, reminders, directions, your hippocampus starts working harder, forming stronger connections, making you realize that your brain never became weak. It just became lazy from overdependence, and now it's slowly reclaiming its strength. By the second week, emotions hit differently, deeper, sharper, more real, because smartphones numb feelings through endless distraction, and without them, you actually feel sadness instead of scrolling past it. You feel joy without posting it. And you feel loneliness clearly enough to understand it rather than mask it, and that emotional clarity can be uncomfortable, but it's also honest. Your sleep begins to transform in ways you didn't expect, because blue light and late-night scrolling silently destroy melatonin production, and without that glowing screen controlling your nights, your circadian rhythm resets, dreams become vivid. Mornings feel lighter, and your brain finally gets the deep rest it has been starving for while pretending to relax. Somewhere around day 15, anxiety starts loosening its grip, not disappearing magically, but losing its constant background noise, because the endless comparison, bad news cycles, and algorithm-fed fears are no longer injected into your nervous system every minute, and your brain realizes it doesn't have to stay in survival mode all the time. Your sense of time changes too, and this part is unsettling, because days feel longer, moments feel fuller, and you suddenly realize how much of your life was compressed into scroll-sized fragments, and now time stretches again, giving space for reflection, creativity, and thoughts that actually go somewhere instead of looping endlessly. Creativity resurfaces quietly, not as sudden inspiration, but as mental breathing room, because when your brain isn't constantly consuming, it starts producing, imagining, questioning, connecting ideas, and you begin to notice solutions, stories, and insights forming naturally, like a skill you forgot you ever had. Social connections shift in a way that surprises most people, because without smartphones, conversations become slower but richer, eye contact lasts longer, laughter feels unfiltered. And you realize that digital connection was never a replacement for human presence. It was a shortcut that cost depth. By the third week, stress hormones like cortisol start stabilizing, because your brain is no longer reacting to every vibration, headline, or notification as an emergency. And your nervous system finally understands that not everything needs an instant response, that urgency was often artificial, programmed, and unnecessary. Your self-image begins to change too, because without constant exposure to curated lives and unrealistic standards, your brain stops measuring worth through likes and views, and you start evaluating yourself based on how you feel, how you think, and how you live, not how you perform online. Something unexpected happens near the end of the month. You stop craving the phone the way you used to, not because you forced discipline, but because your brain learned a new normal, one where calm is familiar, focus is natural, and silence isn't terrifying anymore. And here's the part most people don't talk about. After 30 days, your brain doesn't just improve, it remembers who it was before constant distraction, before infinite feeds, before attention became a product. And that memory creates a quiet but powerful resistance to going back to mindless use. You don't become anti-technology, you become intentional, aware of when a phone is a tool and when it's a trap, when it adds value and when it steals presence, and that awareness changes how you live more than any app ever could. The truth is, smartphones didn't make us stupid or weak. They made us distracted, overstimulated, and disconnected from our own inner rhythm, and removing them for 30 days doesn't take something away. It gives something back: clarity, depth, and control over your own mind. Because once you experience what your brain feels like without constant interruption, you realize the most dangerous thing you ever lost wasn't time or focus, it was yourself. And the most powerful thing you can do isn't quitting technology forever, but remembering that your brain deserves more than endless scrolling. And when you finally pick up your phone again, if you choose to, it no longer owns you. You own the moment, the attention, and the choice, and that single shift is what truly changes everything.